Welcome to the August 2015 edition of Commander on a Budget here on the Nitsahone Magic channel. I do a Commander on a Budget video every month, and this month's Commander is Uril Miststalker. If you're not familiar with Uril, this is him. He's an incredibly good card just in general. A 5-mana 5/5 with hexproof. It's always pretty good. But he also gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to him. And the reason Uril is a really good budget commander is because he makes basically every aura a really good aura. It doesn't matter what auras you have, you can just throw them in a Uril deck as long as they're red, green, or white, and you can have a pretty fun, good commander deck. And so this commander deck actually costs less than 10 tickets. And so I'll talk about it now. I think he's in general a good budget commander, and so I'll show you the how I'm using him. I have things sort of organized in piles as I usually do. These 19 things, yes, 19, are all auras to be used with Uril. Basically, as win conditions. This deck wins with commander damage most frequently. We have cards like Holy Mantle, which gives him +2/+2 and protection from creatures, which for Uril means +4/+4. Madcap skills, which makes him bigger and gives him menace. Snake Umbra. Totem Armor is really huge with Uril. He already has hexproof, so he's already really difficult to destroy. If you get an aura with Totem Armor on him, then your opponent has almost no way to kill him. Even a Wrath of God effect won't kill Uril. It'll only blow up the aura on him. They'll have to use like 2 Wrath effects in a row to kill him. We have Temur Runemark to give him Trample. He, in fact, is a red permanent, so he always has Trample and gets a +2/+2. Bear Umbra, another Totem Armor, and this one gives him +2/+2 and untaps all of my lands when he does combat damage. Is it when he attacks? It's actually just attacks, so it's even better than I was thinking. Boon Satyr, which is both a creature and an aura. I can play it either way. Gives him +4/+2. Hyena Umbra, another Totem Armor that gives him first strike and a boost. Sage's Reverie can be pretty huge on him. It's not unheard of for him to have 3 or 4 auras on him in a game, and then you drop Sage's Reverie. He gets bigger, and you get to draw 4 cards. Spectra Ward, another card that makes Uril pretty unstoppable. Gives him protection from all colors. And it's important that the effect doesn't remove auras, because obviously that's important here. And you can just stick Spectra Ward on him and make him huge. Flicker Form also makes him really difficult to deal with. As long as you leave mana untapped, you can just keep blinking him, and your opponent can't kill him. Spirit Mantle, another one that gives him protection from creatures and +1/+1. Runes of the Dais is really ridiculous on him. It gives him double strike and trample and +4/+4, counting his ability, so it makes him pretty unstoppable. You can almost kill them with 1 hit. If they don't have any blockers up and you drop Runes of the Dais, you hit them for 18 damage. So if you've hit them at all before that, then they're done. So Ash's Favor, which gives him a bunch of keyword abilities, flying, first strike, and vigilance. Shield of the Oversoul makes him indestructible and gives him flying and boost. Eidolon of Countless Battles, also a creature, and another big power boost. Armadillo Cloak, Trample and Lifelink, Unflinching Courage, basically the same card. Griffin Guide, +2/+2 and flying, and if Uril is to die, at least get a Griffin afterwards. And Ethereal Armor, which pumps him a huge amount of, for each enchantment I control, and gives him first strike. I also have 4 auras that deal with our removal in Arrest, Lignify, Prison Term, and Suppression Bonds. And then I have here a bunch of cards that are that have synergies with aura things. One of them is Umbra Mystic. Makes all my auras have Totem Armor. As I just mentioned, that makes Uril the Miststalker really hard to kill. Retether is really good. In the event that Uril gets killed and say has 3 or 4 auras on him, I can play my Uril again and then retether and get them all back. Auramancer, same sort of thing, gets me an enchantment back that I want. Johnny's Chosen makes me go wide with cat tokens every time I play an enchantment. 3 Dreams lets me search my library for any 3 auras I want. Totem Guide Heartbeast lets me search for 1 aura. Sigil of the Empty Throne, another way to go wide, gives me lots of 4/4 angel tokens, 1 every time I play an enchantment. Heliod's Pilgrim, another aura tutor. Graceblade Artisan, kind of like a mini Uril. In the event that Uril does get dealt with, it's important to have other creatures like Graceblade Artisan, or a Gnarlid who gets big just like Uril does, and Gatherer of Graces, who also gets bigger with the more auras. And then here I just basically have, on this last pile, cards that are just basically staples in these colors. Board sweepers like Austere Command, Citadel Siege, which can make Uril even bigger, or make it so my opponent can't block Uril. Oblivion Ring as removal. Tragic Arrogance, another board clear, and Hostilities, another one. Banishing Light, a good removal spell. Acidic Slime, just really flexible, so it's good to have. Journey to Nowhere to remove a creature. Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile for the same thing. Hull Breach, a really efficient card that can destroy an artifact and an enchantment if I need to. Savage Twister, which I can just use to burn up the whole board and usually keep Uril alive because he's going to have so much toughness. Outpost Siege to draw more cards. Chaos Warp to deal with any problem permanents. Breath of Daragaz, another effect. It does 4 to all creatures without flying, but Uril will survive that. Wear and Tear, another really efficient artifact and enchantment destroyer. Lightning Bolt, and then a bunch of mana rocks like Selesnya Kirun, Manalith, Dramoka Monument, Darksteel Ingot, Tarka Monument, Talisman of Impulse, Felwar Stone, and Soul Ring. So that's pretty much the deck. There are a few lands worth talking about. You can really just, do what you want with lands, but Rogue's Passage is really good with Uril, obviously, because you can make him massive and unblockable with it. Another good one is Slayer's Stronghold, because it gives him vigilance, and he can also help defend you. And that's about it, I think, of the really interesting lands. The rest are all just sort of cheap dual lands or basics. So anyway, that's the Uril Miststalker deck. As usual, I will play 3 one-game matches against various opponents and post them as well. They should be in the same playlist as this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.